Welcome everybody to another Pokemon Unite video. This is my first time, well, my second time using espeon. This time around I am prepared with the xspeed, and this team was really good. I was a little nervous because, you know, some people had some skins, but you know, hey, it was all good. And so starting off the match here, I decided to go with Swift. I think that's the best way to start. Again, the items that I'm having are both the spec glasses, the wise glasses, and the, I believe I'm carrying leftovers this time around, although I carry Showbell now currently. I decided to go for center, like for jungle here, because I realized that the faster that I go into espeon, the absolute better, and I didn't want to be a douche, so I left the Fennekin there, dealing with the Ludicolo, and also it could get all the XP and points for himself. There we go. I decided to go with store power. I was just feeling it, you know, and here we go. Our Wigglytuff was putting in some work, man, because he literally holds him. Here the Squirtle is able to score, but it does cost him his life. And here we're able to push all of them back. We push both of them. Here I KO one, and I think here I KO the other one right there. The Wigglytuff gets it with the big slap, and we get to score. So yeah, he scored it first, but we got two very large goals. And yeah, that Wigglytuff is pretty nice. Here I'm just trying to get as much experience. Sadly, here at this point in time, I hadn't figured out that I should like reset like every once in a while, in an attempt to get like as much XP as possible. But yeah, I had to desist from the Squirtle, so he scores again, but again, it does cost him his life. Okay, here we go with the Charmander, and this time around I decided to go for Psybeam instead of Future Sight. I was just playing around, see what was going to be like better for me. Psybeam does make a ton of damage, but I think Future Sight is it's the better move to have, if you personally ask me. I believe here we finally get the Adino, and here we slap the Charmander, and again we almost get to score because I get stopped by the Wartortle now, not the... But yeah, here comes the Delphox, and there's something that I noticed. Why does the Kanto Pokemon, like the starters, take longer to evolve than the other ones? Like, I understand the Charizard is a lot stronger than, say, like a Delphox, but a Delphox slaps, okay? And, yeah, here I break the first goal. And here we go, and I think I deal with him here. Yeah, something that I found really, it's like really useful, but it is really annoying sometimes, is espeon has a secondary move like every other Pokemon, but it does like a knockout beam, which sometimes is really nice because it just stops like a push. But some other times it really like messes up your time, especially if you're using Future Sight and Stored Power or Psyshock. It can really like mess up your time. Here I decide to go for the Dretna, and I'm making in a lot of work, but I had to desist because the Tarina starts showing up, and I'm getting absolutely slapped. Oh yeah. Anyway, here the Wigglytuff, I help him out, and again my Psyshock does, my Sword Power does the job. Psybeam does a bit of damage. Again, not the best move here. And here I try to snipe it, but sadly my Sword Power doesn't come out. And again, I think I also hit him with the, there you go, there you guys can see the beam that I was talking about that kind of like dazes them, and I had to push back. I believe here I get creamed. I do not. The Wigglytuff was an absolute unit of a Pokemon. That Wigglytuff fears no god, and you'll see why later. You guys can see me miss my Psybeam. Yeah, here we go. Tarina's now dead. I take the berry just so I can push with both of them. And yeah, they're getting a little pushback from the Wartortle, but he gets dealt with quite easily right there. And here I was thinking, let's get as much XP as possible. Again, still not resetting. Here I use my ult, and I do stop the push. Again, as you guys can see, my ult doesn't do a ton of damage. But if your team is able to like coordinate and they do other attacks, it will do a bunch of damage. Here I believe we fall back, but I do get the Charmeleon as I leave yeah, I used the XSpeed here. Again, I still hadn't figured out what was going to be the best setup for espeon. But I figured out eject button just works a lot better because you can use it with your ults to either push yourself a certain way and maybe get like the kill, especially if they're like out of your range, because espeon does have a huge range but is not the largest range. And here, if my range would have been just a little bit more, I could have gone in the Trimillion, but we do get it at the end. And here I get stopped from scoring, and I think I get killed right there. Me and the Delphox both get taken out by the same Hydro Pump. I was really unlucky. Yeah, and here I believe our plan backfired. So the points that we were going to score get scored on us, and I think we do lose the goal. No. The Delphox was able to protect it, but the Blastoise was able to score. So it was a little bit of a shame, and here I come in again alone. And yeah, we do lose the goal right there. Here I was gonna let the Wigglytuff die, and I was hoping to get a little more of them in it because I could have dealt with almost all of them. But then the entire enemy team literally shows up right here to bot lane, and we straight up slap all of them. Once the Charger comes down, he gets absolutely creamed right here. Yeah, I do a ton of damage still to the Charizard. And yeah, now our team is coming down once they realize what was going on, and of course they deal with the entire top lane with goals. I think the Decidueye gets someone right here. And here we go. I think this is the end of the Blastoise. I think I do get him right here. Here we go. But I do have to desist because we were getting slapped pretty hard. I didn't have a lot of HP. And here's what I'm talking about. This Wigglytuff fears no god. The man had like no HP and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna slap you about. But yeah, we finally make it here with the Decidueye and not with the Decidueye, but Delphox. And here we take out the Slowbro, and I almost get taken out, but I was barely able to do so to survive it. So, but we do lose the top lane. If you guys can see it right there, that Gengar scores 50, nearly breaking our goal. I do have 50 myself, and I was being way too careful because I didn't want to lose my points, because it was like, this is like huge, right? Like we can break it right here. Me and the Decidueye have it, but I don't want to get like creamed, because again I cannot take huge amounts of hits, right? I have to be like a little bit more careful, and this was like, again, like really poor timing, and sadly because she went into her ult, I do get taken out here. I do waste my ult here. I was able to get both, and I think I do run away actually. No, I do run away. But like I run with like in a pube hair of health. Like it was so low. But yeah, I was able to survive it. Now that the Zapdos appeared, I was a little like nervous, because I'm like, all my team, like the heavy hitters right there, like done. Right, they're like dead. We're like way too spread out, and I just cannot like dip here, because now they do have enough points to break our goal. And I think I almost got that Slowbro right there. He's able to run away. I do not push with my team. I don't believe I do, because I believe somebody takes it. Yeah, the Delphox. That's what I'm talking about, man. That Delphox was absolutely insane. It was incredibly handy, and here I'm able to break this goal. And I do accompany. I do get a couple more points for us. I do try to accompany the Wigglytuff up there. I'm trying to collect as much points as possible. Then I remember, you know, I was like, you know what? 24 really ain't worth us getting like scored on consistently. So here we take out the Slowbro, and I try to come to stop the Gengar, but again, it's a Gengar and I'm an Espeon. And I got a little too confident, because, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm like really high level, but this Gengar really hits really hard, and it almost cost us. It almost cost us my poor decision right there. Thankfully, he did not have 50. Had he had 50, I think would have been a much closer game than it had to be. Here, it was like the worst timing ever, because I straight up spawn once that Tarina slaps us with the 88. And I'm able to push her back. She won't be able to score for us. again, because I stay here in our lane. I was thinking, like, she's gonna come here, and I do use my ult just to stop her, like, barely in time, and that ends the game. Yeah, I was so unlucky that I was just, like, a second before being able to start. Like, had I had, like, a little bit more, I would have stopped her. She wouldn't have been able to score. But yeah, we do win the game, and I believe I do take MVP, though I think that Delphox deserve it more than I did.